These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Swiss stage of Worlds 2024.
The wave into the top lane tier 1.
This is guaranteed kill. He's level 1.
Alvaro already flashing, hits level 2 right after the flash. Levi has to back out of the way of the Turbid aggro. Supa arrives, and the GAM dive fails on the first pass. It looks like they're coming back in to try to keep it going here as Alvaro about to be killed. There it is. Supa wants to get one back onto Levi, but he doesn't quite have the damage here just yet. Flashing past the grand entrance. Supa picks up Levi, makes it a 1-for-1.
I think the overgreed coming through from GAM on the repeat dive. They'd gotten away. They should have just looked for the resets. But
also making his way up here. All right, Mirwin is in some trouble. Tries to get the bounce away. Nicely done. Flashes over the wall just in time to avoid the knockup.
Well, I think the dive actually was quite good for GAM because they got double DP out. They got first blood. Yes, you trade a kill, but overall, they went out pretty heavily on the map, and Smolder's in a good spot now.
Ooh, nice dredge line there coming out from Alvaro. Elio has to flash away, but it still don't matter. That's Yone, baby. That's why you ban him. Nicely done. The Fate Sealed might have missed, but Frescowi recognizing he can still flash forward for the last little bit of damage. MDK up 1.
And that's huge for Ayoya to actually set up these Void Grubs, because yes, you've got that big lead for Kiaya in that top side, but a lot of that lead was on Supa, who was trying to roam up to that play, but was going to be a little bit late. So the fact you get that kill in mid just sets up beautifully now for MDK, not only with the gold, but the objective as well.
Yeah, and the kill going on to Frescowi is also going to feel so good. Easy Love getting pretty low here. You can see MDK are thinking about...
Good for MDK right now. Up 1 kill, up a little bit of gold, but the 3 Void Grubs is the best part so far. But Levi has stolen away the enemy red buff. Alvaro flashing over the wall to chase him here. Levi now critically low, has to try to get away. Flashes over the wall himself. Going to be protected by his support, but he will not be protected enough. Levi's got no way home except in a body bag. Nicely done from MDK, but they aren't done yet. Emo's your next target, 3v1. Akali popping the smoke, trying to get away from this one. Emo firing back with a 5-point strike, but there ain't nothing else to do. MDK, another 1-for-0 trade, punishing the red buff Steve.
Really playing strong, can start carrying some of these games. You never know how far you can go, even though you're in a bad spot right now.
All right, we've got the gank squad coming up. Alvaro and Ayoya ready to make this dive happen on Kiaya, who eats the sweet spot on the Mega Inferno Bomb. It's so easy for Ayoya to follow it up with the Twisted Advanced Bramble Smash to secure the kill. Nicely done, MDK.
Grubs, Emo is going to be able to trade 1 plate down on that bot side, and do have some scaling threats, but MDK really in control, feeling comfortable thus far.
Yo, a little bit less comfortable maybe with the enemies taking the dragon, but first dragon, Cloud Dragon, doesn't really mean a whole lot of anything. That's pretty much the only thing GAM have acquired this entire game. You can see total gold on the left side of your screen. It is the carries of MDK leading the charge, and it's about to get even worse. Fate Sealed and Dredge Line again. It's Alvaro setting things up for Frescowi, but they just barely don't have enough damage to get another kill. Objectives are far more desynced than they are in most games that we see. Usually they're around the same time where one and the other gets taken, sometimes desynced by a minute or two, but 4-minute desync means that everybody's pretty much just only got one thing they're looking at on the map right now, and MDK are the first ones to the prize. 4 grubs already secured, so they will have Void Mites, but they would love to have the extra ones here from these other 2, and GAM is nowhere in the neighborhood, so it looks like this will be an easy 6 grub game 1 for MDK.
Yeah, they're kind of window shopping in a different neighborhood, though. I wasn't sure if they wanted to try and hop over that wall and go on towards Supa. Alvaro was just on the reset, but instead they're just going to try and steal away some of these camps on the bottom side, although Frescowi going to spot out, it looks like, Levi in a second.
Mirwin trying to get the extended trade here on Kiaya. Narbar nearly charged, transforms there with a wallop onto the cannon minion just to make sure he gets the extra little bit of HP. Is getting kind of low here.
Yeah, and Kiaya does still have the ulti available, so Mirwin has to be a little bit careful.
Right.
You know, if you get tagged by a couple more spells, you might actually be able to look for the all-in. I mean, one more Q, a W, and an ult, you could actually die here. So Mirwin just trying to push out that wave, but this is getting a bit dicey.
Yep, the plan all along was to try to bait him in for the Maokai. The Mega Inferno Bomb even made its way up there, but flap, Kiaya takes him out. He knows there's no way back to safety. The only way home is through a gray screen, and Kiaya with the execution gets the outplay. Mirwin way overplays his hand.
Yeah, you're playing with fire. The dragon's definitely gonna burn you. Mirwin was so low, but really stubborn. You know, didn't want to give up the push there. Really wanted to be able to make it crash. Gives over an easy one to Kiaya, and the fact that he didn't even get a single auto on him for a trade kill means it's an execute.
Investing a lot more time from GAM onto this bottom side, sets up mid.
All right, they want to go in after Easy Love here. He commits the Killer Instinct pretty early, pops both Summoner spells as well. Honestly, kind of surprised that Easy Love wanted to spend everything there, considering it was just the Maokai and the Nautilus going in for.
That's what I was going to say, is I think he didn't realize that there wasn't any damage dealers coming with every one of these plays.
It's a down payment, right? You don't get anything immediately, but here in a couple of minutes, you're going to see some dividends. As now, they're looking to see another kill. Emo trying to get himself away, but the Wombo combo, man, immediately the Nature's Grasp, Mega Inferno by Fate sealed one after the other, and right now it is Mad's game.
But still, it's just good moves around the map from MDK. Yes, they will lose mid-turret, but they've got so much gold, and also
They broke the
inhibitor turret as well.
It's not even 15 minutes, bro. They broke the base.
2.5k gold lead for MDK, though. They have been punishing these side lanes so effectively with that Zigzal. I mean, Supa is really strong at this point, already up 1k, and that Zigzal hurts.
I also think this is just, oh, hang on, here we go.
Okay. Oyoya and Alvaro find Elio in the brush, but that's not really the target you want to engage on. They don't really have a whole lot of vision on the rest of GAM.
Yeah, Mirren, Megan are about to tick out, but this is a significantly cleaner version.
They're
of
TPing,
TP
we're gonna
behind.
fight.
Yeah, we got the TP going in as Elio engages with the quickness. Mom swoops in. Alvaro's the first to die as Easy Love grabs the kill. Emo versus Supa off to the side is another shutdown going the way of GAM. Elyoya in the middle of everybody, flashes back over the wall into the bot side. River trying to use the Bramble Smash to get himself away as Emo's going to be cleaned up by Mirwin, and now another one killed on GAM's side. Elyoya so incredibly low, but he goes back in. Levi still takes him out. Mirwin's about to go. Mega Nari slams that Wukong back into the wall. And GAM drops to the power of the Gnar. Mirwin showing up big with a triple.
They're really being threatened. Emo on the side does catch on to Supa, but the Gnar, the Yone are largely untouched, are doing so much damage. You know,
It may not be working out for them in game number one, but MDK definitely going to be wary of it as this series goes on.
All right, Levi gets caught here by the twisted advance, and now Alvaro again just ready to keep him locked up with the dredge line. Maokai ulti coming through too. Supa backs up. He knows that Levi's only potential play here would be to try to jump onto him and find some burst, but it ain't gonna happen. MDK up 5,000 gold 17 minutes into the game, and they might just take a tier 2 down here in bottom lane and build it even further. Another nice engage from Alvaro. They get the kill on Kiaya through the flash anyway. Elio's way too late to try to save anybody, and GAM is absolutely shattered in game number one.
These side lanes, this is a very clean map state from MDK. And it's a big thumbs up from a lot of LEC fans.
I mean, it's a massive gold lead at this point, just about 7,000.
Oh my God, we've got this rookie support that is terrorizing the league, in conversation for one of the best supports in our league right now. And then it kind of drifted into spring and summer, and we just didn't see that same Alvaro. But coming into season finals and playoffs, and
Alvaro keeping Levi zoned out here as well as Mirwin makes his teleport into the fight. The satchel charge secures the destruction of, remember, this is the second tier 3 turret destroyed in the GAM base. That first one up in the top lane was destroyed 5 minutes ago. The Akali smoke has to be used here as Supa now with no flash left to try to get away. Killer Instinct jumps in from Easy Love with the Fate Seal coming back from Fresco. He's found his way onto Kiaya, now looking to tear him apart instead. Kiaya's first to die. Easy Love's gonna be killed. A nice stasis from Supa to survive the dive in from Emo, who's still trying to go back in for him. Finds the kill finally, but he's gonna trade his own life back for it anyway. 3 dead on GAM for only Supa on MDK. They are pushing straight for the throat.
Miro was just in the base the entire time clearing out these minions, and now it's just a red carpet and it's GAM's blood that they're walking over.
It's Elio and Levi trying to stop the game from ending just barely 20 minutes in. Levi's about to die, and Elio can't do a thing about it. MDK still got a couple of minions left. They have the next wave marching up. It's a couple seconds on Easy Love and Kiaya, but the turrets are already gone. MDK are on to the Nexus. GAM will try and fight, but try as they might, they'll say goodnight. MDK with a 20-minute win in game 1.
I think as well, it's just MDK are all going to be playing at different parts of this fight, right? You've got Avian and Ari that are diving the back line with an equalizer to help facilitate that. Then you've got the peel that can come through from Alvaro, and also Mirren kind of playing that mid-range in the fight as well. So,
all right, let's see if he can find a whole lot of success with it. Emo flashing now, Ball Breaker collides, there's your charm. There's your Orbit Deception. There's your first blood for MDK.
And when you're on this Vi, you can just basically sucker punch with that quick Q, so you kind of have to burn it early, but Easy Love.
Meanwhile, the 2v2 in the bottom lane. Easy Love having to pop the barrier down to 150 HP. Wants to get back away, trying to bait him in a little bit further because Levi is also down here. Levi going to encounter Elyoya in the jungle now. It is a level 4 Wukong, +1 level advantage against Elyoya, trying to force him all the way back. Gets the flash out of the Vi. So GAM gonna come out on top for now, but Supa's ready to keep the chase going. Easy Love down to just a sliver of HP. Supa continuing to try to chase him around, find that last hit. There it is, nice kill coming out for Supa. He no longer has his flash, but he still has a barrier. Elio chasing after him. Levi is here, surely Supa dies on this one. I don't really know why you would use the barrier there. Feels like just a waste of a summoner spell when you're guaranteed to die. Ends up being a 1-for-1.
But still, at the end of the day, good things here for MDK, especially where the kills are going. Again, they have a kill on the Ahri, a kill on the Xayah from this spot. Gonna be feeling really happy about that. And that early gank in mid lane was just so well played by Elyoya. Walks in, applies the red buff slow, forces out the flash, then has the Q there. And then you are a slow Dione trying to dodge this Q charge from pretty close. So good stuff from Elyoya early. He was definitely the one that could make an early play. Levi, though, I think had a good response as well, pushing him out of the jungle. He's created a farm advantage. He picked up a kill. So you can see the gold edge is there for Levi, and it's going to put more pressure on him to make sure that he is showing up big time in these 5v5s and getting things done. Whereas Elyoya, you can kind of sit back a little bit more and hopefully depend upon those carries who you've set up for success.
I mean, when we think about Levi as a player historically, when we think about GAM, Supa trying to get back away, nice use of the feathers there for the root. Now Elyoya ready for the counter punch. MDK got to be careful about this one. Alvaro jumping right back in, but a nice couple of punches nearly takes out Easy Love.
Another root.
Elyoya grabbing the kill on that one, but Supa also drops. 80 carry for 80 carry so far. Elyoya continuing the scrap with Levi. Nice vault breaker as Levi's got to try to stay alive. He hits level 6. He goes back in for the Cyclone. You got to be kidding me! Levi makes it a jungler for jungler trade as well. Now both supports, the only two left standing here in the bottom lane, 3v3.
First, we can make the play, now covering mid once more.
Emo has to snap on back. Lost half HP there, going in after Frescowi with the soul unbound.
Advantage, trying to get to a really fast one-item spike here, where Wukong can really run these 5v5s. I do think that is really the strongest point in the game, I feel like, for Wukong jungle. When you get that really fast one item, you can be such a difference maker in these 5v5s.
8 seconds left on that ultimate. This could be a game changer.
Oh, a TP's also going to come in from MDK. Immediately the engage, but the counterattack coming in from Elio with a Magnet Storm into the crash down. The clone takes most of the damage as Levi tries to get himself back away over the wall here with the Blast Cone. Keep your eyes on Easy Love. Bullet time flies out, but it doesn't find a whole lot for Scowy getting the kill on Elio. But now Elyoya's down to 200 HP. Levi grabbing the kill on Elyoya. Easy Love's going to drop next. A double kill back to Frescowi. MDK. Easily done for him. Remember, they only need to get 2 of these, and they will have Void Might spawns. First one already secured. Smite still available for Elyoya. Levi and the rest of GAM now stepping up. Levi wants to try to steal one of them away, but you already got 4 grubs now for MDK. Alvaro finding the knock-up, immediately followed by the charm. A lot of damage for MDK onto the support, but a beautiful bullet time. Emo grabbing the kill on Supa. That's another one traded back, though, onto Elio. Slicing Maelstrom in the middle of everybody. Elyoya about to die, will not get enough damage back into the cannon as Frescowi has to get away towards the tier 1 turret.
Done there by GAM, actually focusing down Supa, who did not have his ultimate during the fight. That was the one key ultimate that was still missing from that bot lane fight. So we talked a lot about the missing ones there on the GAM side, but they delayed enough time for Cyclone to come back up, for Bullet Time to come back up, and then they burst down Supa before he can get out. And it looks like it will be going the way of GAM, so it is the 4 grubs obviously on the side of MDK, but you got 2 grubs over for them, and they should be able to grab the Herald.
Yeah, MDK a little bit late to this, but you can see on the faces of the GAM coaching staff how stressful it is. This game could be their last one at the world stage, but yeah, at least you're denying it though in the grand scheme of things, because the push is not there in the lane. So honestly, a bit of a win for GAM. When you look at the Wukong, Levi down, taking the first dragon of the game in 15 minutes, and now that's Easy Love gone.
Yeah, there, Easy Love tried to flash away from it, but he's already dead before the TP can arrive and try to save him. Elyoya wants to vault break back up the wall, I would think. Jumps back into the tri-brush where Alvaro is waiting to protect him. Meanwhile, Supa just given free firing time onto the turret. They'll take this tier 1 while Levi secures the Drake.
I mean, credit to Easy Love for realizing that they were there the first time at ulting, but then he shouldn't be standing there the second time. It cost his team the TP. Levi looking for the 1v1 against Mirwin, won't be able to kill him, so it means that even more gold is actually going to go to Levi, sort of threat and dive.
Emo and Elio just going to continue pushing up there as Kiaya goes in for the slicing Maelstrom, immediately bursting through about 75% of Mirwan's HP. And you know that Levi has the damage to get rid of that last little bit. There's your stun. And again, it's now 6 kills for Levi out of the 7 total on GAM. The Wukong continues to pile up the money.
Move into position to look for a potential dive, but now the wave is gone. They'd already shoved in that bot side, so there's nothing they can do. So GAM, they get the kill and they get a tower. So you wanted an answer as to what they could do. You just got to see it.
Look for that kind of pincer play on MDK as they go for the dragon, and you could have really set yourselves up for success here, but just getting a little bit over-eager, saying, hey, maybe we can find a play right now. You throw everything out, nothing hits, it means another objective here for MDK.
And you can see the stress that they're under as they just try desperately to get anything. Even that engage, the flash from Elio, and then the follow-up from Levi. So much used to try and set things up, but MDK are just calmer in it. There's no...
Yeah.
Well, GAM are actually going to go up in towers off this play. They've been able to hold on to mid, and the pick plays playing off of this Ahri haven't really worked out. So at the moment, like, you look at the goal to the top of your screen, it is dead even playing mid.
Well, it might not be dead even after this. Super pops the ulti, tries to get away, but Easy Love has his number. Elyoya now the target. GAM picking up a nice kill there.
As equalizer going to be dropped to just try to clear this one out.
Oh, but the dive is coming in from GAM. The bullet time over the top of the slicing Maelstrom. They're going to find 2 more kills on Alvaro and Elyoya. Frescowi and Mirwan trying to get something back, and that something will be Elio. So they at least get a little bit of a trade in return, but GAM are bloodthirsty.
Tower, but GAM definitely still fighting in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, Alvaro didn't even get to move. It was great CC, really perfectly timed, and Laird more built just purely for the 5v5. You're not going to win a game through sides, you know, with Ahri Rumble, and we'll see if they can find a pick here.
Oh, Emo wants to get all the way away with a fade sealed, but immediately the Vi jumps in. Meanwhile, down to the bottom lane, Mirwan's about to be taken out by Kiaya as the Yone is shut down back in top. It's a 1-for-1 on opposite sides of the map.
This is kind of what I wanted to see from MDK, though, which was, hey, you may not, like, win out through threatening Baron, so it makes it very difficult for MDK to set up everything that they want on this play.
I mean, talking about turrets, it's not just mid lane. MDK have only claimed a single turret so far this game. Makes it very difficult to play the map when there's still all of these obnoxious checkpoints for your opponents to play around and retreat back towards. Our level 16 with flashes also available. Immediately, Alvaro getting jumped on, but he tries to turn it back around. A nice engage here with a quickness, and Levi's the first to die. GAM's in a bad spot as Frescowi makes his entry into the fight, and now they're going in, trying to find the last little bit of damage onto Easy Love, but it ain't gonna work. Elyoya is already dead, and Elio's grabbing the kill. GAM doing a good job fighting back after losing their jungler. They actually come out on top, and MDK loses 2. Elio down to 200 HP, but he continues his retreat.
Tried to land the Faded Seal. That was a whiff. So MDK, yes, they do lose the extra man on the fight, but they win out in the HP. They push back GAM. They take the mid tier 1. So things still continue. We are 28 minutes in. It is
Update above the champion portraits on either side. The average level for both teams is 14.0. So down to the decimal spot. They
exactly
are in
even
EXP.
in gold.
The gold was within a single percentage point.
Melee ultimate anyway, so getting value for that and setting up for Frescowi, I think it's a good adaptation.
Alvaro popping the quickness. They put a little bit of damage into Elio, but they don't want to overcommit immediately, though. GAM jumps in with a fade seal. That one's going to do the trick. Mirwan will be the second to die right after Alvaro. GAM's already grabbed 2. Make it 3 as Supa is caught out, beat down.
no contest whatsoever here. GAM gonna grab the Baron. And I love the confidence from Elio there, not just using the crash down to retreat in a situation like that, realizing his team is in a spot to reinforce. He just turns what looked like an MDK pick into one for himself, starts the team fight out. Emo is there, nails the ultimate this time around. They crush the fight, they take the Baron.
Ain't over until the Nexus explodes, boys.
Yeah.
GAM pushing forward towards that objective right now. Bullet time. Just getting rid of 75% of Supa's HP just like that. Tier 2 turret falls.
Towers.
Elio with the Hex Flash over the wall, ready to pounce on anybody from MDK who might be disrespectful enough to try to defend these Tier 2 turrets. It is now 5 turrets for GAM.
An 85% win rate nearly for him on this pick. It's been such a name state for him, and the fact, again, he controlled the early game.
5 seconds left on the Baron buff. Elio with a quick shattering strike there onto Alvaro as MDK push into enemy territory. They want to full send it here maybe. Frescowy making a TP deep behind, a beautiful charm and Easy Love. He pops both summoner spells trying to get away and immediately fires back with a bullet time. Easy Love on a rampage. Alvaro is down. Elyoya trying to get away, but it ain't gonna work. Levi goes back over the wall to escape the equalizer, and Supa tries to stay alive. Mirwin and Frescowy can't get anything done here. Supa's still trying to get the kill on Elio. He knows there's no way out, and Elio just lets the turret shoot him to pieces.
Levi was a hero in that play, and GAM rally back and beat off MDK.
Frescowy tries to get away now. Wants to escape with a Q3 from the Yone is way too much. Levi's got the extra damage. 4 kills in total for GAM.
Yeah, they caught him there. Able to punish them big time as GAM is going to be able to push up mid lane. They just have to be able to perfectly execute.
But Frescowy and Elyoya are coming around for a pincer attack. MDK looking for their chance to maybe punish GAM here.
Oh,
GAM trying to back up as a group. Alvaro jumps in, but Elyoya's got to be careful about this. He's trying to scrap with the Yone. They chunk him down by about half, but a Magnet Storm onto Elyoya. GAM sees the opportunity, kill the enemy jungler. Levi's going to keep everybody else busy. Bullet time comes through over the top. Frescowy into the back line, look for Emo, but he ain't going to be able to find it. The fate seals his fate indeed. Kiaya keeps going forward. A nice stasis to make sure that he doesn't die. Alvaro at about 50 HP. Kiaya is down. MDK at least get that one. Supa and Alvaro both barely clinging to life, but them surviving might be the difference between the game ending and not.
Exactly, it's massive. Supa barely survives their kiting out. Sort of a miracle play, but no equalizer.
No equalizer for Mirwin. No smite for MDK. That Drake goes the way of GAM, and MDK can't say a thing about it. For the Rel, it's so powerful. Frescowy now going to be caught out. Kiaya stunning him up. Fate sealed, ain't going to find the extra little bit of damage, the extra little bit of range, but it does not matter. The monkey's got a stick.
They're turning immediately over towards the objective.
Oh, Emo immediately jumping in. The Rumble is already down. GAM has found their angle. Supa with a Feather Storm finds a nice opportunity. If only they weren't so far behind. Emo getting the kill on Alvaro. Elyoya just going to be annoyed to death by Elio, and GAM should be able to win the game right here.
You can never discount the VCS. They always come in punching well above their weight class, and now as they start to look at that base, Emo wants to tear it all down.
Emo's just standing here waiting for the minions. He went to the base first, he'll clear out the wave. Everybody else will take their victory march down mid lane. This game was dead even for 30 minutes. These teams traded blow for blow, but we are not gonna see the VCS go quietly into the night. We are not gonna see a 2-0 series. We're going to game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They have pretty good pick, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just think that there's no really kind of point-and-click CC. There's no instant go button, I guess, besides just like throwing down an Aurora ult on someone. But when you're coming to later stages of the game, you know,
Alvaro trying to make his way down to the tier 1 turret. Level 2, he's got the dredge line to make his way there a little bit faster. He is 1v4. He flashes forward to try to lock up Elio for the last turret shot, but it ain't gonna work. Levi's gonna take an extra little bit of damage here too. Mirwin arrives, but it's not worth a whole lot. He's still pretty low. He tries to jump back over. They tank the turret beautifully with Kiaya. GAM has 3 men at death's door. That's just kind of the end of the game for him. So you got to make sure you're shadowing that. Got to make sure you're keeping the guy protected. Alvaro.
Oh, he missed.
Oh, he missed the dredge line onto the terrain. Alvaro does not have flash either. He already used it in the bottom lane. Dive.
That's what is going on. We started off this series so incredibly well for MDK, but
definitely going to need to use every little bit of their compositional advantage. Now, this could be a good start, though, as Easy Love has an idea that something could be going on, but going to get the bad news.
Nice. Dredge line finds him. MDK. They at least forced the flash out of the AD carry for GAM, but now Elio's made his way down as well. There is no flash on this support. He is going to die again. Elio gets it. They charm up Supa, but he's ready to try to get away. Frescowy's joined the fight, and he goes in for the fate seal. They get one back. MDK is on the board. Makes it an even trade.
And GAM still coming out, though, on top, because look at top lane. Mirwin about to fall. Levi's going to finish him off. Mirwin
with the flash out, man. You're dead to rights.
MDK, you don't want to fight us now? Guess what? We take every neutral on the map. We play for 6 scrubs. We stack dragons. We threaten soul. And we try to put you in a position where you can't just AFK farm until you're in a good spot with your comp and you can then try to fight.
And that's why I think the fact that the resets have already come through for MDK are pretty clutch. 15 seconds until the next Void Groves. The entire time looking for the Kaisa on the backside.
Alvaro gets charmed up, gonna take a little bit of damage here from Emo and Elio. 4th grub already secured by GAM. Elyoya and Alvaro still thinking about maybe making their entry into the top side river. 5th grub goes over to GAM. Smite still available for Levi, smites that one down. All 6 grubs, no fight from MDK.
Yeah, at the very least, they didn't fully overcommit because Mirwin was getting plates in bot side. He got the push in.
Move up towards the Rift Herald, but the fact that you've got TP on Mirwin still maybe putting a little bit of anxiety in their step, as they don't want to fully play into a 4v5 with the TP advantage for MDK. But I think for GAM, you're happy as long as you can keep the wave shoved in.
Oh, nice use of the Glacial Fissure there, but it ain't gonna be enough. MDK in the 2v2 getting a kill for themselves, finally striking back against GAM. But all the meanwhile, bottom lane, they get that tier 1 turret for Kiaya.
Yeah, Elio has been really haphazard with his Braum shields. Like, he's been jumping in and just denying Qs for last hits on minions and things like this. And in this situation, it was a great buffer. We're going to see Supa.
Oh, easy love! He's taking down Supa! Flexing those muscles, stepping up when he absolutely needs to, getting another kill for MDK. Lights are gone. A Demolish proc's going to do some good damage. Elyoya scoots in just in time to try to keep the turret protected, but the burn will take it anyway. Now Paranoia's popped off, and it looks like Alvaro could be in some trouble. The Fear Tether procs. They're trying to save him with the Glacial Prison, but it won't matter. Kiaya gets the kill on Alvaro, and now with a 5v4 and Rift Herald alive, it's control over the top side of the map for GAM.
There's the pick, though.
Kiaya going between worlds. Supa gets caught for a second. The weirding still hits him. A little bit more damage is all it takes, and Kiaya gets the kill. Nearly dies, but close ain't good enough. Easy Love getting away from Mirwin in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, the 2v2, 3v2 back in the mid lane. Frescowi trying to reset his position. The Fate Sealed ain't gonna work. He goes unstoppable, but does he have the damage? No, he doesn't. It's more kills for GAM. It's more tragedy for MDK.
The call was already there. Hey, we're going to take bot lane turret and give Rift Herald. But Alvaro takes a step too far forward. He gets caught. Then Supa overextends on the mid wave as well. It's just these small errors that are being punished by GAM extraordinarily well.
Okay, so for MDK, they have finally claimed their first neutral objective of the game. They did get the Rift Herald.
Positional advantages don't really matter at all with this sort of a lead, so MDK are going to have to find some way to slow the pace of this game. Thankfully for them, it's Chemtech Soul, which is largely really useless for a lot of the champs on the GAM side.
The tier 1 turret, Mirwin with a flash out, does not want to be caught there with the last hit. The winner's bite as Emo and Levi jump in, but Levi might just get punished. A beautiful Glacial Fissure trying to keep the jungler alive. Levi barely surviving, a little bit more damage from the Glacial Prison. Just might kill him off, but Kiaya is already on a rampage. Frescowi is down. Levi and Elio going to be traded, though, as now it's dead bodies on both sides. 3 dead for MDK. It's about to be 4. Mirwin wants to fight back, but a little bit more damage as the spears start flying and the lions start dying. It's a triple for the Aurora, for Kiaya, for GAM.
That are going to be such an issue here between these two squads.
Hold on now, he tries to get away, but Mirwin is still caught. The Fear Tether still finds its mark, and a Glacial Fissure looking for 2 more. GAM are not yet done. A Charm immediately forcing out the cleanse from Supa. GAM will not get an additional kill on top of...
Try to actually finish off that tower, and now they're looking for Supa, who has no cleanse.
All right, that was a little out of control there for GAM. They're way committing to try to find the kill on Supa. Instead, Elio now going to be punished. He'll be killed off. Elyoya's down to 100 HP, but he ain't dead yet. Easy Love trying to get back away from Frescowi. He goes in for the Fate Sealed. He goes too far. The turret shot will not be enough to kill him. A beautiful shutdown coming out from Mirwin. Easy Love's looking to grab one back. Mirwin at 100 HP. Kiaya has made his way into the fight now as Alvaro tries to lock down Easy Love. Supa's been killed by Easy Love. Just when it looked like MDK might have got something, it ends up trading even.
Turnover towards a dragon as just another cherry on top.
It's a good little punish on the initial play, though, as Elio was kind of going too far. They're overextending, trying to take off Supa. It's Nocturne ult, so is Ariel.
Mirwin has the Narbar. He's ready to go in. Everybody is stuck in the pit. GAM going across worlds to try to find their way into the fight now, but Elio's already almost dead. Levi jumping into the back, looking to kill Supa, but he ain't going to find enough damage here. here just yet. Mirwin's still taking a ton as Easy Love goes on a rampage. Now Elyoya is going to try to get away, but Levi's ready to flash over the wall to slow him down. The fear is here. Goodbye, Sejuani. Another kill for Easy Love. GAM don't lose a single man.
Hook goes wide. Super trying to come in. Frescowi, no ultimates.
Emo running interference. Baron down to about 4,000. They've also got a Callista. It should be an easy secure. It's going to be secured by Levi. But what about the fight? Frescowi's got the chance to go huge here, but he ain't going to find it. Another death for Alvaro. Everybody on GAM still alive, and Baron in their possession. 1,000 gold on that already, and the Soul will spawn right before the Baron dissipates. So GAM should have total control over Summoner's Rift for the entirety of the timer leading up to it. They're shoving down the bottom lane now. They're pushing towards the tier 3 turret in the bottom lane.
They're just going to give it. Mirwin's not coming.
Yeah, Mirwin not there. He's just trying to get something back at the tier 2. Frescowi going in for an ulti. The turret's probably going to die before the TP even completes. They're going between worlds. Levi diving into the back. If they find Super, the game's going to be over right there. And immediately, Emo jumps in. Easy Love is dominating. 3 dead on MDK. The final fight will not even be one. GAM just run them over. The TP to guarantee the minions stay alive. Mirwin and Elyoya will try as valiantly as they might to defend, but the turrets are already gone. Vietnam still has some fight left in them, and they will eliminate MDK from Worlds 2024.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Swiss stage of Worlds 2024. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.